Wow, how could I say no to dedication like that? Let's do this thing. But first, one question. Who on earth is Dareth? And what's a Mojo Dojo? Well, today in the Brick Lab, we are going to find out. Obviously, that was a joke. We all know who Dareth is, but apparently I don't know what the Mojo Dojo looks like, because for some reason I remember it as being tan, and I actually had to go back and watch the episode that it first appeared in to make sure that no, it actually wasn't, and I think that's because the one that appeared in the Ninjago City docks was tan, and that kind of corrupted my memory a little bit. But even after knowing that, I still went ahead and designed the set in tan, because tan is just a much lighter and much more appealing color to work with than, say, a combination of dark green and dark gray. That's just flat out depressing, and I wanted this to be as visually appealing as possible. So, as you can see here, we have a nice little cobblestone-ish street with a nice dark green street lamp, and over here on the side you can see my favorite touch on the outside here, which is this flag, which has the sign for Dareth's Mojo Dojo. This appeared in the Ninjago City docks, so if you don't have it, good luck getting your hands on it. It's probably going to be a little pricey. But yeah, this is basically just the exterior. We have the lower window here, and then up here just a more basic window. But obviously, as great as the exterior is, you're not here for that. You're here for the interior. And here we have the interior of the Mojo Dojo frozen in time. Here's Dareth kicking the punching bag, and watching him as generic stud with hearts in his eyes as requested. And then over here on the left, we have the sewer babies, which are actually not a reference. They're actually a reference to an Instagram post that I made a while back. And if we get Dareth out of the way here, you can see in the background there is also his Helmet of Darkness, which, knowing Dareth, he definitely would have been keeping after the events of the final battle. And then behind that, there is a trophy case with a bunch of Dareth's trophies. I didn't want to have the same trophies over and over, like just a bunch of minifigure statuettes and just plain trophy cups over and over, because to me that's boring and repetitive. So I kind of spiced it up here with a custom trophy of a frog and a couple of those spiral pieces. It looks like no trophy I've ever seen before, which is probably why Dareth has it. In the back, there's also a golden head wig, which came out in that Hogwarts Great Hall set. We move generic stud here, and you know what, I'm just gonna fix the punching bag because that's kind of bugging me. Anyway, here's the punching bag, nothing too exciting there. But then we also have these decorations, which came from one of the Chinese New Year sets, and a doormat, which probably isn't supposed to be used as a doormat, but I really like the decoration. I can't read Chinese, unfortunately, so I can't tell you what it says, but hopefully it says, "Good luck to all who enter." It probably doesn't, but you can let me know in the comments what it actually says. And on the upper floor, we have a little bedroom for Dareth, and one thing you'll notice is that these floors are kind of staggered, which I did just because it made it easier to access the different levels of the dojo. For example, this is set back, and then the upper roof is obviously set back, because obviously if you're a kid playing with this, it's going to be hard to play with it if you have to reach in underneath these giant base plates. Plus, this just makes it a whole lot sturdier. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is taking a look at Dareth's bedroom. Now, I know Dareth's real apartment is actually in Ninjago City. We saw it back in Season 8, but it kind of made sense just to give him a spare bedroom up here. And of course, we have a couple of little furnishings scattered around, like a little rug here, a lamp, and then over here we have a little plant, some wall hangings, the dragon from Minions, and of course a little treasure chest, which is a throwback to the classic ninja sets, which all seem to have treasure chests filled with either weapons or treasure, or in this case, a knockoff Fangblade. And the reason why I call it a knockoff is because it doesn't have the tribe symbol on the bottom. But you can see Dareth's martial arts lessons have obviously been paying off, because he does have a couple gold bars stacked at the bottom of his chest. So sounds like he's doing pretty well for himself at that school. And the last part of this little apartment is the bed, which is definitely not my favorite part of any Lego house or building. Just because when I was a kid and I was playing with my minifigures, I never had them sleep. Like, they were always in action 24/7. Like, a bed is legit the most boring part of any set. But I have one here, so how the turntables or something. But the reason for that is because this bed actually, like the one in the Ninjago City Gardens, features some weapons hidden underneath. So take that. And lastly, we have the roof, which is pretty basic. We just have one of those typical roof-like objects sitting on top here, and then basically just the roof, which I was pretty pleased with how well the traditional angled roof turned out. So yeah, that's a plus in my book. So, final thoughts. I really like the way this build turned out. It's pretty basic, but also effective, which is something that a set should be. Not that I think LEGO would ever release a set like this, just because they tend to release more vehicles instead of buildings when it comes to Ninjago, but I think it would be fun if we ever got an actual official set for this one day. As far as it goes, I don't think this is going to fit in very well with the Ninjago modulars or even the regular modulars, although it might look good next to some of those smaller creator modulars. I don't have any pointing out right now, or I would show what that looks like. But then again, maybe that's a subject for another video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far, and alright, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to check out the other videos on my channel, and if there's something you want to see me build, feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below, and I will see what I can do. Again, that's all I have for you guys today, so I will see you next time.